Welcome to Sports Sushi. Your chefs for tonight are Sports Plug Russ, serving up the spiciest sports takes of the week. Sterling Furrow, rolling the X's and O's into an analytical maki platter. And finally, the moderator who always keeps the sake flowing, DJ Slow Boogie. Now grab those chopsticks and get ready, because your order of fresh and raw sports sushi is up.
What's good, everybody? All right, welcome back. Well, look here. We wasn't here last week, but we're here this week. We had some technical difficulties and all this other jazz and all this other bullshit, but we're here.
Do I have an echo? If I have an echo, I apologize. I gotta.
Nah, bro, you coming in pretty goddamn clear.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. My headphones wasn't working. I didn't know if I have an echo or not, but if y'all can rock, I'll rock.
Yeah, man, it sounds good to me around here. But yeah, Sterling will be with us, in a bit. He taking care of some shit that he got to take care of. So it's me, you, and my boy Russ.
Boy, gotta work. You know what I'm saying? I had to send out the bat signal to all the people out there. Well, what's up? You already know what it is, man. I'm here, man.
Yeah, man.
Technical difficulties. Thought they couldn't hear me, but they can hear me.
But yeah,
Chris over here talking some crazy shit. I didn't know they made crack legal in California. No, I'm joking.
Well, look, man. We missed out on some things last week, but we here. We're going to try to cover them as much as we can within the time frame that we are allowed to operate in. So let's go ahead without further ado. Let's get the show started. That's cool. I already bumped the table. So
sorry. I had to get the light. Trying to get a little bit. Look like I got shadows under my eyes. Like I got some dark circles.
All right. So before we get into it, man, let's just go ahead and talk about some things that happened this past weekend. Well, I was going to talk about Shannon and Skip. Ending their partnership, and him being bought out, and the opportunities and possibilities of who sits across from Skip. But something better than came around just a few hours ago. Zion Williams. Shout out to my boy, man.
This is what we're gonna start, man. Shout out to your boy.
Yeah, man, my boy, man, new daddy out here, man. But
oh my God.
But the internet does what it does, and the internet's every time it internets.
You know what?
And so if you know, Mariah Mills was probably the one person that
she said, "I'll let you
unhappy."
My mouth.
Yeah, about this man's new announcement here. So, and I'm not going to get into Zion's alleged baby mama's professions and all this other stuff. But if you want to know, you can go to the internet and they'll tell you. You can find out for yourself. But
he's out here eating more than beignets, but
man, let me tell you something, dog. You got one nigga, he got his old teammate out here trying to shoot the club. Then you got this nigga out here shooting up the clubs. So this nigga Zion, bro, look, man, let me tell you something, dog. I don't know if nobody told you, brother, but look, man, you got to make smart shots off the court too.
Oh, these South Carolina niggas are not making smart decisions. Because I was gonna say, hey, you got one of them that got fetishes and has a sex addiction and food addiction, and the other one's got a gun fetish. You know what I mean? The one can't keep his guns in his house, and he got to put them on camera.
And when you put them together, it's the worst nigga possible.
Bro, hey, bro, you actually, you know what? I did a little tiny bit of research. And if you look at the 2019 draft class, yo, these niggas are out of control. Tyler Hero thinks he's Tyrone Hero. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like you got what's his name? Jordan Poole is a scammer. And you know what I'm saying? Kids hate Grant Williams. You can ask Deuce. You know, not like the whole 2000. You can look up the rest of them. The whole 2019 class. Kids crazy.
Crazy kids.
Crazy nowadays.
But all I gotta say is that adult film star Mariah Mills had a tweet. And I ain't gonna really read what was on it, what she said, but I'm pretty sure you can go and you can look it up. But she was just, very explicit. And
sound nasty, man.
If it's true, brother, who you got to take, my boy?
Hey,
you definitely got to take.
Hey, You like what you like.
Yeah, you like what
saying?
you like, dog. Look, man, because he was.
Someone said that she posted all that shit because she felt like Isaiah Thomas with the Dream Team. I fit all the qualifications. I was good enough to do this, and then boom, gotcha, bitch. I like her.
Yo, man, yeah. So, brother, hey, man, hats off to you, dog. As a person who has, worked in a strip club facility and has worked elbow to elbow with, strippers, man, dog.
I'm sorry.
Elbow to titty. I wouldn't advise a man of his stature that if the allegedness is true and that
New Orleans don't get that nigga that extension, she gonna have it.
If she is a dancer, a woman of the pole, yeah, dog, yeah, city girls up, bro. Big time, yeah. She got
Dion.
Somebody on it, like put like this. Somebody.
What was Christian saying earlier? Just because you play don't mean you.
Just because you play long doesn't make you great.
All right, fucking Chris. You got it. Just because you play don't make you great, my nigga. Some people get out there and just stumble and bumble.
Bro, I gotta say shout out to the internet because somebody was in the comment section. They said basically that she's 29. And that if this wasn't a buzzer beater, I don't know what is. So I gotta say shout out.
Hey, she said in the front of the mic like Paul Pierce. I call game. I call game.
So look, man. So shout out to her, man. Hey, hey.
Oh shit, yeah. Shout out. Yeah, everybody gets dubbed. You gotta praise them. Where's my confetti?
Yeah.
You got it. You got it. Hey, since we're talking about trifling. Oh, almost got myself canceled. It's justice for Travis Rudolph. I'm gonna just get right into it.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you know me, you know me. And if you knew what I was about to say, well, then hey, giggle along. We're not justice for Travis Rudolph. Now go put her brother, and her in jail too.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
New Steel.
Yeah. Look, man.
Steel.
Ooh. Yeah. No, but on some real shit, man, that was kind of disgusting.
That was terrible.
I seen her, their I guess cross-examination or and it was like I was just like, man, this bitch lying. That was the first thing I said. I was like, man, this bitch lying. She seemed like a lying bitch. And then whenever they showed the videos, I was like, man, look at this bitch. And that's really, you can tell, when you just hear him. Like, man, that bitch just lying. And that and if you don't know what happened, like basically she just did. You said what, Rose?
I was like, story time.
Well, no, just trying to tell people what happened.
Oh, well, I can. You know me. Yeah, I get down. So basically, Tyron Rudolph, Florida State. My bad. Travis Rudolph, Florida State legend. If you don't know, go look that up. His highlight tape. The dude was an absolute monster at Florida State. Had an NFL career. So he hooked up with this chick. Who knows why? Now he thinking why? She's a very violent young lady. So she tried to get to it on Valentine's Day because she realized at that point in time that she was not his girl, but she was just one of his hoes. Basically, that's what happened. So she got mad about the situation and she attacked him, hitting him over the head and all this other kind of stuff. And so that escalated. She called her brothers to come over there and shoot his shit up. They had the little text message of it. Her brother, who looks like a fake ass BMF character on the cool, to be honest with you, it's the weakest shit ever. He goes over there without really checking out the situation, brings four of his homeboys over there, starts the duck if you buck action. Travis was about that action, pulls out the yaka to protect his brother off one of the dude's homies. So in the words of the great game rapper, whether you like him or not, go listen to the song, This Is What We Not Gonna Do. And what she said in the song was exactly this. You get into it with somebody disrespects you, feel disrespected, you call your brother and start talking shit, and someone gotta die because you was being a stupid bitch. Basically what she said in the song, if you don't know, there's really a song called This Is What We're Not Gonna Do, made by Game, that exactly told this situation. So, anyways, court case goes on. Luckily, Travis gets a not guilty plea on all the accounts. And we're here today without him having to go to jail. But I do wish that the woman that had all this go down and her brother that got his friend killed should be the ones in trouble by authorities. And to anybody out there, if you go somewhere starting to be, and someone starts busting at you, you don't get to call the police. You incited the riot. You don't get to incite the riot and then just be like, oh wait, no, this is too much. No. Act accordingly.
Yeah,
Period.
man. So hopefully, so shout out to Travis, man. Glad that you got to quit it, and shame on you, his ex girlfriend or ex side, whatever your classification was. Shame on you. A person died because behind your ignorance and shit like that. So, all right. So we're gonna go ahead.
Well, no, I was gonna say I got two more. CP3 got cut.
Oh yeah. I was gonna
Why
say
you niggas acting like this is like? But I said it to say this though. So why you niggas acting like this is prime CP3 and like he gonna change some team? Shut the fuck up. Nigga good for 20 minutes, 10 in the first half, 10 in the second half, and possibly to be a mentor to some younger players. But please stop talking about it like you playing for the Clippers. Go ahead. But
yeah, see, this is a question I wanted to say for you and Sterling. But since Sterling is going to come in whenever you come in, do you think that at this point Chris Paul can benefit from like a load management schedule?
Yeah,
or better yet, the like the Robert Horry approach, where Robert didn't play until like January or some shit like that.
I think a little bit of that, but one thing I was saying, I think he can still play. Let me say that. I tell my jokes, but I think he can be a very good contributor to a team. I think you have to use him in a mode of like, Chris, we don't need you to be the engine per se on the court, but we may need you to be the engine in the locker room. We may need you to show, like, if the team starts to get out of whack, kind of like Jason Kidd in his last run with the Mavericks. Like, he wasn't Jason Kidd of old, and you can argue if he was better than CP3 now or not. That's a different debate for a different day. But basically what he did was when the Mavericks started to look like they was getting out of control, or they were just playing fast and not smart, Jason Kidd would come in and fix the situation. Like I said, he may even be older than Jason Kidd was at that time, but that's the kind of role that I see him coming in. 20, maybe 25, but you stretching it because he gonna get hurt. That's what I said. Like, load management's cool. That's why I said I don't really think you want to load, man. Just play him less minutes, and then when the playoffs come, he'll then have more worth. Like, I think a team like the Milwaukee Bucks could use him. I think a team like, do we look at how the Celtics are always complaining about, we don't have a point guard, we're helter-skelter. He's a guy that can get in the game and say, look, now you don't have to have Jason Tatum doing all this extra shit. He's 6'8" and can dribble and score on anybody. Put a guy in there that's got a brain that's going to spread the ball around. Jaylen Brown, you ain't got to do 20 dribble moves when you get the ball, because when I give it to you, 3 and out. You give me 3 dribble moves, you get to the bucket, or you shoot a jumper, man. We can make this very simple. So I think he's a guy that can do that for teams, but he's not going to go in there and be like you're not going to be like, we got Chris Paul, we're going to the championship. No, it's going to be like, we added Chris Paul. Yes. It's not, and I don't want to hear it from all the Chris Paul people. Hey, y'all motherfuckers got to do like us Melo fans. Just hope. You better hope. You better hope he ends it good.
Yeah, because and the wave came right after he was it I can't remember, was it Pivot, I believe, or it was something he was on where he was talking about his kids getting teased because
that's horrible.
Yeah, but kids they're gonna do that.
Yeah,
shit,
kids are adults without filters, so like, you know what I'm saying. So they're gonna say some wild shit anyways. But like, as far as like he's concerned, he's a great player. I'm not a Chris Paul fan, y'all know this. If you know me, you know me. But I respect his game. But yeah, it is big news he's getting cut because, the Suns were good, and it looks like they've made a choice that they're gonna try to do things for DeAndre Ayton. They finally realized, hey, that big 7-foot guy, when he's not motivated, he really doesn't fuck with us. But when he's motivated, he's really good at basketball. So, and he was picked before Luka. Whether you think he's good or not, he was good enough to be picked before Luka in a draft. One last thing before we get on to the next topic, I do want to say this. I know you guys, a lot of people out here don't watch golf, but I want to say the PGA and LIV combination, or the merger of PGA and LIV Tour. Really, this is the only point I want to make. Pay attention to what the people in power are really saying, and pay attention to what's going on, because we heard for about a year, however long it was, that the LIV Tour was evil, that they shouldn't do this, by the same people that take the money from Saudi Arabia at the same time. They were having players denounce the LIV Tour. Tiger Woods missed out on $800 million. Rory McIlroy missed out, I think, like $500 million. And they sat there and they were told to be, we're going to stand tall with the PGA. No, the PGA suckered you boys, because the PGA didn't want to pay you beforehand. Then they found out a way to make it last longer where they don't pay you as much as LIV. And now the time to live is here. Y'all done missed out on a combined like $12 million. On a combined like $1.2 billion, $1.4 billion, some shit like that. Like it's ridiculous. So if you're not paying attention to that, pay attention to that. Pay attention to what people are saying. Think for yourself. Love yourself, man. Just PJ and live. Look that shit up. It's a crazy ass story, and it's very interesting.
Oh yeah, definitely. We actually had an episode written up about that a year ago, but I just never pulled the trigger. I was like, man,
no, it's interesting as hell because really, if you really dive deep into it, which I urge all of y'all out here that watch this, I urge you to go look it up. It literally was a company full of people with a bunch of money saying, we're going to pay you like real athletes to do sports. And the old company that had always existed was like, fuck no, we're taking that money. Like there was I forget which championship it was. It was a major championship. A guy won a major championship, flew home and coached, and put the trophy in the fucking overhead bin. What are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it goes like the WWE. It's like what are we doing here, bro? Like pay so and then you have politicians coming out saying wild shit, like the hypocrisy of this. And it's like half the companies in the USA making billions of dollars are fucking in bed with Saudi Arabia, every day. So just pay attention. But it's a very interesting story. I urge you guys to watch it.
Okay. All right. So before we start this day in sports, we want to have a word from our sponsors. So Chris, you got to cue that up for us, or did you already play that? I'm not sure.
Drop the bomb.
Boom. I'm not sure.
Drop the bomb.
Are you gonna cut in?
There it goes. I know.
What's good, everybody? Today's podcast is brought to you by the good people at Betstamp, which is helping thousands of people win in sports betting for free. That's right, you heard me. Free. F-R-E-E. Free. All right. The same way travelers use Google Flights and Expedia to find the best prices, bettors now can use the same through the Betstamp app. When you place a bet, the odds are given by a sportsbook will determine how much you can possibly win. Even though you're betting at the same outcome, different sportsbooks will offer varying payouts, and the differences can be huge. We are talking thousands of dollars. But fortunately for you, the good people at Betstamp have your back, okay? So Betstamp allows you to easily line shop for the most profitable odds across all sportsbooks. You can click on any matchup and instantly see the different odds that the game gives you, game lines, player props, and even future bets. Line shopping is the simplest way to find an edge in sports betting and maximize your chances of winning long term. On average, Betstamp users win an extra $1,000 and over yearly just by line shopping. You can't tell you that this is a fucking game changer. What's good, everybody? Today's podcast is brought to you by
All right, everybody, welcome back. Now, look, we're going to go ahead and get into this day in sports with my boy Russ. So, Russ, what you got for us, dog?
I got you. On this day in sports, the great Ricky Henderson, 1994, the great Ricky Henderson stole his 1100th career base, making him the all-time leader in baseball and steals. Ricky Henderson also top 5 in like four other categories, like in games played, I believe, hitting percentage. But anyways, the dude was a cold ass dude. On this day, he broke the record for the most bases stolen. It stood 30 years?
About 30, yep. Pretty good. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump into...
Didn't he play he was like 63?
Who?
Ricky Henderson.
That I don't know. Like
he was old as shit. He played a long fucking time.
There's very few baseball players that careers I really just followed. Like if you didn't do nothing notable, like if you got in a fight or some shit like that, you really stuck out of my mind. So or you just like a home run hitter.
He has 1,400 altogether for those that didn't know. 297 home runs, 1,115 RBIs. The dude put in work.
Yeah.
I know people are right there like, no, baseball! But so let's move on.
So yeah, let's go ahead. We'll get into some a little bit more of our audiences.
Oh, man, I forgot to say this, bro. I'm sorry. But it's official. Madden fucking hates me. Shout out to Shotgun out there because he was like, yo, I don't think they're going to do cross-platform on every mode. No, Sean, they did it on every mode except for my mode, except for franchise. You can do that shit on every mode. Yes, bro. I had to say it, Boogie. I know, because we had to take a step back because I have to literally. That's why I'm mad. You can't see me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just Madden, to the guy in the shadow. I just want to ask y'all,
Bro. Seriously?
what happened?
Yeah, Chris. Seriously.
Oh, Chris, I didn't see Chris come in. Chris, you see how serious that shit is, Chris? Bro,
Serious,
yes,
Chris.
bro. Every other mode has cross-platty except for franchise. Connected
It's
franchise.
useless.
Who?
It's useless.
I really want to know. Y'all sat in the room, Madden. Y'all sat in the room, and everybody in the room agreed and said,
It told you what to do.
Yeah. The whole community told you last year, hey man, we would really like it if you won fixing this fucking shit. The game is, oh yeah, make everything cross-platform.
Why in the fucking world would you be able to execute it for everything else in the game, but then not be able to execute it for franchise mode?
At this point,
between half price and Allen on the cover, it's still it's so salty. It's so salty. I don't want to taste it.
Yo, you know what, man? You know what?
That was a good one, Chris.
It was, dog. It's one of those things where you know what, that kind of fucked it up for me. I thought that we were going to be able to have like, you know, cross-plat leagues.
Oh yeah, no, you
Maximum Football every single day. I'm on that Reddit. It's getting better and better. It's coming.
Chris, I hate to tell you, Chris, but Maximum Football is probably going to be one of those games that's fun, like the first, because it's better, like the first like 2-3 times you play it. Ha! Y'all don't know. Hey, I nigga really shit up. I mean, I rigged something up quick. Can you see my face?
I don't care how crude it is at this point. You give me options, flexibility, and crossplay, I'll get as crude as shit. I was on the original Madden playing that shit, and I had more fun than I have at any of this Madden.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel you, but I also am not one of those people that fall into the I'm sorry, this is killing me. I'm not gonna figure out what
They just renewed the simulation deal like a year ago.
I mean, but just
27.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Chris. Just picking another option just because there's another option there, is futile. So it's just
no, it's not. This option's free. I don't have to pay for the freaking torture. So even if it's as frustrating and annoying and mind-boggling, I'm not paying for that torture though. And I can customize it. I can call myself the clusterfuck bears or whatever the hell I want if it's a shit show. Like,
have you seen it?
Dude, every single day I'm on their Twitter and their Reddit.
That game is stiff as hell. It has a long way to go.
When's the last time you saw gameplay?
Like a week ago.
I'm not buying that.
Because I keep up with shit and I know, like, Chris, you'll find out soon enough that this guy right here is a computer nerd, and I keep up with all that shit, bro. I keep up with all that shit. The game is stiff as hell, and they got a long way to go with all the different types of like ways to implement it and make the game, like the gameplay, actually work and fun, which I think they will get to. But as far as Madden, like, I mean, Madden just don't like us, bro. They're looking for a way to get some money off of or something, but that made no sense to me. But I just want to give a shout out to a viewer of the show, Shotgun, because he did say he thinks something bad's gonna happen. He told me, I don't know what, but they're gonna fuck us some kind of way. And he was like, and there he has it.
Even if it was the only thing they added to franchise mode, they would have got a big win from the fan base. Just off that alone, they could have gotten so much goodwill. These guys cannot get out of their own way.
Yeah, and you know all the promises that they're saying they're just coming up short. So, but
it's because it's one community. And it's one community. Now, and y'all have heard me. I don't know, not y'all maybe, but people that know me, y'all have heard me say this for like the longest time. Madden needs to release 2 games. Yeah. They need to release just Madden, where it's free and you can play now, all that type of shit, and then release a franchise mode Madden that we can play that has everything that you need involved, and you don't have to split 2 different, like just how they do Call of Duty. They got Warzone is free. Anybody can play that. You can get down on Warzone any day. But if you want to get into the intricacies, the design, I'm not gonna try and tackle that at a couple of drinks. When you try, the Madden may be the Zion. Actually, we may be the Zion in the Madden video game situation. We the Zions in the
Yeah,
Madden.
we're designs, bro. We
the
are.
Zions, bro.
We are definitely
We the
designs.
Zions. We the Zions.
But let's go ahead and back this up. So look, so Maximum Football, whenever that comes out,
But can I say this though? Can I say this?
Trust and believe we will be on top of it. We'll review it.
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta go ahead and wait
I'm
for
gonna
it
play
to come
it.
out. Yeah.
I'm gonna play it.
It's free.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. I just know that, like, as far as like what we know from video games and how they move and everything like that, like Madden's only problem is don't fucking listen to their fans. They don't listen to us. They just ignore us. And that's kind of like, honestly, that's on brand though, because they have to do everything that the NFL tells them. And so if you have to do everything that the NFL tells you, then like,
one of the things that I kind of I gotta go ahead and say is with this shit, really now is for and I'm just gonna say this and I'm gonna close it out with the Madden shit. What else do you expect? Like, I know we got here last year we praised this new Madden release and it was great for about 2 or 3 weeks.
as always,
that shit, and then it was shit. So
we're not the Zion or the Ja in this equation. We're the bitch that got her mouth spit in and then somebody else got knocked up.
Damn, when
we're
I like that shit though. Came on set with a bitch that got her mouth spit in. Yes, Chris came in and hit a gut punch. I love that.
But he is right. But let's close this subject and let's move on to the next.
I might have to call you Big 40, Chris. That was some good shit.
So
iceberg Cobra, iceberg Chris. Nigga.
All right, look. So
oh shit,
this is not the Madden.
Yeah, League, go. I felt that from the soul, nigga. Chris. Hey, yes.
This is not the Madden League, but so this is a prep league for a prep spring league. I think is what is being called. So USFL owner launches a prep spring football league for high school football players that are going to college. I know what you're probably thinking. It's like, they're going to risk injury. Well, they took pretty good precautions, and they planned it.
They planned it
very well. So let me go ahead and and give you the broad strokes here. So it's set up to be a very quick league. Just for a do as it serves, like a prep league, to where
it's like the middle ground.
Yeah, the middle ground between a transition league.
Yeah, like when you finish your high school league, you'd be able to go here.
Okay, so hold on.
I was gonna say it's still in its development and it's still coming across, but basically it is a spring league or a league after your high school, right before your college, that's going to incorporate all the 5-star and 4-star prospects that they can.
Yes.
The caveat to this is, of course, it's the money involved, because these kids that get to come to this are going to be getting different types of sponsorships and NIL deals. Now, to me, I'm not against the idea. I just have a whole shit ton of questions that just come to mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's this going to do to the IMG academies of the world? Because do you really need to go to IMG Academy if you can go to fucking Hightower for your regular school year and then go to this prep school? But then again, it adds into the best players in the nation come from California, Texas, and Florida, and Georgia, and I believe.
Well, okay. They have teams already. So
no, but I was gonna say, with the whole, then in Texas, the high schoolers can't. In Florida, Texas, Florida, and I think Georgia, high schoolers can't get paid.
Yeah.
Because our UIL system is so fucking profitable, they don't want the, what I'm saying? Same thing as NCAA. So
well, we have we covered it I think a couple months ago, where we were proposing a NIL deal here where it would actually kind of loosen it up. But this, from what I'm reading, is going to have even lesser restrictions.
Oh yeah,
NIL restrictions to where they're like the parents and them, they can profit for whatever they do. But they have teams that are playing for some cities. So it's Atlanta, Cleveland, Dallas, Houston, New Jersey, New Orleans, Los Angeles, Miami, Phoenix, San Diego, San Francisco, and Tampa. So they've covered all the hot spots: Ohio, California, Texas.
I'm wondering about Tampa. Maybe it was. Did you say Texas had one?
Yeah, Dallas and Houston.
See, this is the thing this is my question. I read an article that was saying what do the kids do that play for those teams that are in? Because like you could literally go play for that team, but you're not going to be able to go back to school. That's the problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's say okay, so like if you're a senior and you're a 5-star recruit, then it don't really matter for you. You go here and you play. But if you're a junior and you're a 5-star recruit and you live in Texas, what do you do? You know what I'm saying? Because like this has the possibility to make these kids a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'd watch if you told me, because they're only, for those wondering, they're only accepting like 4 and 5, basically 4 and 5-star recruits. Like the best of the best are only the ones that are going to be able to come. So it's going to be good football, and y'all know that's America's drug.
Yeah. And so, and if you're wondering about the contact, they said that the practices will be more akin to NFL mini camps with minimal contact. So, and the league will only run 6 weeks. So
yeah, it's really a showcase for us to see the best high school football players. And honestly, I'm gonna say this though: when it comes to kids when it comes to high school kids, and you Boogie, you can attest to this. Like I did a social experiment. You don't really start to get serious injuries until you get to be about 19 in college. You remember Friday Night Lights, Boogie?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Remember how we had to stop the second year because everybody was getting broke?
Yeah, because everybody was getting old.
Everybody started going lifting more weights. People started getting there. Remember, my man told you got a concussion, a real, like we thought he was gonna die. He was in Chisholm Hall. He was like, please stay awake. We was like, please stay. I was like, oh my God, I don't want nobody to die from my little football group. But in this social experience, basically for those of you that don't know, in the inception of Facebook, me and Boogie were in college. So I decided to use the group activity to call a bunch of niggas from Texas to come out and play football every Friday night at our football field because we had no football team and we called it Friday Night Lights. And niggas like Boogie and there's a guy named BA and they was like, hey, we playing full contact? And and everybody was like, yeah. And so the first year was the most fun you could ever have. We was playing full contact football. It was like meeting up after school, but we was in college. So it was like, it was fun. Year 2, nah. It was no longer fun. Boys was getting broke.
I'm gonna say this, before we move to the next one. So it was one instance where I was like, kind of like, okay, I'm not coming out here no more. So it was this one guy. He was from this small town in Texas, and I think he played fucking fullback, but he was your quintessential corn-fed white guy.
Oh, you talking about Andrew?
Yes.
Andrew, motherfucker.
Yes.
He played fullback from West. He was like from West Texas.
Yes.
He played fullback and was out that line.
He was just literally like all you had to do was just give it to him. Nobody was tackling him. At the time,
We called him Mike Allstock. We was like,
at that time, I was on the sideline, gassed out, and I think I threw up too because I think I went out there and I was just like, all right, yeah. So run it up. So
for all those that wonder why me and people like Boogie look at that no pass tackle league and be like, them niggas stupid. We've already done it, people. We've already done it. We've seen a lot of guys. I've woken up the next day like, nah, this can't be done. Yeah. I remember one time my boy Chris Santi ripped my shirt off while I was running full speed. I was just exploded off. He tried to clothesline me with my own shirt and choked me out with that hoe. And I was like, this shit different. Yeah. I was like, congratulations on the new baby girl, by the way. But I was like, this shit different.
Definitely.
I'm sorry, we went way left. Yeah, but hey, y'all, it was a time. Yeah. It was a fucking time. You wouldn't believe it. Yeah, we had a rugby player out there with Tolu. He wore the Superman shirt. That shit. He was out there running motherfuckers over. I was like,
you didn't want to. You really didn't want to be out there, man. Like,
bro, So to all those, so let's bring it all the way back. I don't believe kids will get hurt from in the high school years. You're more limber then. You get hurt, but you can bounce back quicker than you'd ever imagine. But once you get to that college 19. Nah, bro. Things are breaking and things are wrong.
And it hurts to try to get up the next morning. So, but
I just remember some things that people said. I remember when Chris was like, "You're Chris and Earl C." Oh, he was like, "Yo, I can't go out there no more, man. If I get a concussion, I might die. And then he told me his history at North Shore about like football, and I was like, oh, nigga, you should have never said something. You was risking your life to have fun for an hour and 20 minutes on a fucking Friday night.
We
were stupid. Life must be lived. Life must be lived.
Look, we talking from experience, all right? So yeah. All right.
So many people probably still got limps from them.
No, man. I one of the things when I was out there was I was worried. I was like, dog, if you fucking tear your ACL, brother. I said,
you.
I was a moving target. Niggas was waiting all day. I'll be walking to the. Hey, I cannot wait till tonight to hit your fat. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, nah, man.
Oh, man.
You don't want that. You don't want that type of.
That shit was fun though, real talk.
Yeah. But it was fun. We enjoyed ourselves in the most stupid way possible. But all right. So speaking of stupidity, and the definition of insanity is that if you keep doing things expecting the same result over and over again, it's insanity. So what we're doing right here is getting a little bit crazy, and we're talking about Madden again. All right. So. After we talk so much shit,
here it goes.
Yeah, after we had talked so much shit, but Madden cover athlete has just been revealed. Josh Allen, or as our show producer and Gratwick owner Chris likes to refer to him as JA17. New Madden cover athlete, and some people, who were very vocal on Twitter from the Bills Mafia saying that they didn't want it to happen. They wanted, hold on, Chris, before you chime in, they didn't want their quarterback to endure the Madden curse. And let me just say this real quick. If we're keeping tabs of the Madden curse and stuff like that, I think either Gronk or Brady, they
broke it.
They broke it. So there's nothing to fear.
Brady broke it when he broke the mirror. Like, Brady was some trillest shit ever. He said, do you believe in curses? And Brady said no and smashed the mirror in a commercial.
Didn't Mahomes just break it too?
Didn't who?
Didn't Mahomes just break it too?
Well,
Brady did it, broke it.
But I'm saying
Mahomes.
But Mahomes was on it last season and just won the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah. Yep. So like it's been broken since Brady was on the. This motherfucker is the GOAT. He broke the Madden curse. Tom Brady is that guy. Tom Brady broke ever since Tom Brady got on the cover, the Madden curse ain't really been shit. But another thing I do think I realized is though. The Madden, and I told you, Chris, this in pre-show, we were just chatting it up. The Madden cover is different than it used to be because now it changes seasonally. So, like right now in 23, I believe the Madden cover is Calvin Johnson.
Yes.
At one point it was Deion Sanders. At one point it was Rob Gronkowski. Mm-hmm. So it changes. I think last year they had like Peyton Manning, Ray Lewis. So it changes throughout the year. So now I think the Madden curse shit that you can't pinpoint it. It's not on one guy. So, and that's why I think that people that are mad about him getting it are mad about another guy not getting it. Chill out, because like 4 months into the game, they're gonna change.
Allen was due. He
deserved it.
He's one of the young guns of the league. He's a golden child, freaking marketing genius. He's charisma, splash plays, everything from you.
Now you put a little too much sugar on top of the Hey.
Which part of that is even debatable?
No, I'm saying like
you don't think he's charismatic. You don't think he makes splash plays.
It's not debatable. Who's your favorite team, Chris?
What really sucks is
we're just gonna skip right over that shit.
This
dastardly decision is actually probably gonna make me have to buy Madden twice now.
Because you wanna have a collector's copy.
I need the physical copy.
I ain't doing that.
We're gonna get our half off on the stupid game because of what they did to us last year. So that's the digital copy, and
Chris, you gotta applaud him. We're not gonna make this whole Madden podcast, but you gotta applaud him to give us the game 50% off. Like you can't be the person out there that says you fucked me over last year. Okay, man, next year I'll give you half off. Fuck you half off, but I'm gonna buy it and fuck you still. It's kind of like, come on, give me a break.
This cycle is carefully crafted to fucking get people like me back in the game. And on top of that, they're also taking advantage and being very predatory to Bills Mafia, because there's already a Bills Mafia movement of I don't even care about Madden, but I'm buying Madden because my boyfriend's on the cover.
Yeah, well, I mean,
That movement's in full-fledged across Bills Mafia Twitter already.
But here is bad. What do you think? What do you think would happen if they put Dak on the cover? The motherfucker would sell 1 million copies.
Here's the good news.
Just because of the star on that bitch, honestly, it would. They picked a good cover athlete because he is a good face of the league right now. Like him, Jettis, Jamar Chase, Burrow, they would have like all of them.
To me, this is a win-win. For me personally, it's a win-win. Number one, I think Allen is right there with some of the best players in the league that are going to be the new face of the league for the next decade. So it was inevitable that Allen was going to end up on the cover of Madden. But if for whatever reason the Madden curse decides to rear its ugly head and take down Josh Allen, all that's going to do is reveal that the Emperor has no fucking clothes. That his entire outfit is called JA-17.
Okay, can I say this real quick?
If Allen goes down, McDermott is done.
Can I say this real quick? Boogie, you're here as a witness. Mm-hmm. You are not allowed to use a fucking video game as your excuse to the Buffalo Bills lose. You are not allowed to use a video game because he's setting it up. Chris is setting it up. He's I'm setting it up now because he's got this. I told y'all when the game. No, you are not going to blame Madden for what the real life Bills get into.
I have two extreme wishes for the season coming ahead. Either just win the damn Super Bowl already, or let this thing be an absolute tire fire. I want the full blown tire fire that leaves nobody with any doubt that McDermott's a clown.
Look, all right, so
I'm gonna land somewhere in the middle.
look. At this point, I don't believe in the Madden curse because you had two of the best quarterbacks that went on and won Super Bowls. Or
I believe in the baby mama curse though. That come get us this season.
Yeah. Hey,
Revenge of the Buffalo Bartender.
I've seen stronger motherfuckers fold because of baby mama drama. So yeah, that's a real thing.
It got us against the Bengals last year.
It's definitely some shit, man. So so take care of your homes, man. Just hopefully Zion. Oh no,
nigga.
Yeah, I see you was covering your mama. Hopefully you spared my boy, but that's just a prayer. That's ice cube in hell, nigga.
My favorite part is how she's talking about all the shit that he did to her, and she's like, "But I was down for you. I kept all your secrets." As she's tweeting one after another, ripping off all the dirty laundry.
No, Chris, we gotta move on because we will get canceled. You do not know how Big 30 gets down.
Okay, let's move along.
Shit, I might say.
All right, so let's move along. Yeah. So free agent wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins is still out in the free agent market and looking for a landing spot. Who was previously tied to the Bills, but those negotiations fell through. I guess Bills are strapped for cash when it comes to
all the good teams are. All he's got left is the Bills.
Hold on. I just want to ask you this. Did you say where he was going yet? Where what the paper was? Where he flew out today?
Well, no, I was about to say this.
Okay, go and tell him that. And I got a question. I'm gonna say. Go ahead.
And he's been recently linked to the Dallas Cowboys as well.
Sure. Can we share our inside man?
No, I want Boogie to say the team he flew out to today.
Oh no, today? No. I didn't know today.
Today, but recently.
Didn't he go to the Titans?
There you go, Chris. Thank you. Because I was gonna say, what's the name of this motherfucking episode?
Everybody got a price, dog.
I saw someone there talking about why the fuck we do that. He got 13 plus million reasons probably why he gonna go do that. Yeah. He saw Odell go get 15. He is not going to go take 5 from the Cowboys or 8 from somebody else
from the Bills because I think that was the price. It was 1 year, $8 million for the Bills, and he was looking for somewhere around with what OBJ's getting because he hasn't played in 2 years and this is what he gets. So that's kind of
Can I say this though? To everybody out there that's like, why would he do that? DeAndre Hopkins, out of every wide receiver that we look at as best of all time, all of them. Chris, you can listen to this too. Now listen to what I'm saying. Out of all the receivers that we look at of all time, he's the only one that puts up these gaudy stats with shitty quarterbacks.
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't argue.
So
that
when
for a
he
second.
says,
Speaking of shitty
Alvarez fight-
quarterbacks, though, our inside man sounds like he's heading back to Houston.
I mean, okay, so yeah, we've heard we have a buddy, a friend of the show who has a very close relationship with DeAndre Hopkins, and they he has family here, and he likes Houston. He's already been with, so he has been linked to Houston, but it's been a lot of old ex Houston guys been linked to here. DeAndre Hopkins, Pat Beverly, James Harden. So like they about to try to have Houston looking like 2017 again.
but it's 2023.
Yeah. So
But no, but I will say this: I don't doubt that he may
6
want to
years,
go
right.
back. My bad, Boogie. What'd you say?
No, I was saying I had to correct my math. It was 6 years.
Well, yeah, it's like I don't doubt that. Like he may want to go to Houston or have a need. Like that's where I want to go. But like, let's be honest. Tennessee about it. If Tennessee want him, they're gonna get him.
Yeah.
Tennessee gonna throw at least. I'm telling y'all, they're gonna throw at least 12, 13 million at that boy. But when he does this to everybody that's gonna look up and say he's stupid, he's never gonna win. Go look at their roster and go ask yourself, with that defense and his ability to catch horrible balls
from subpar quarterbacks,
like they have a chance to make some noise in
Think about
possibly the worst division in football.
It's probably the place where he'll get the most money but catch the least amount of balls.
I'll say
I
this.
doubt that though, because Chris, like his career says otherwise.
Like, look,
No, I'm not saying because of the quality of the quarterback. I'm talking about because of the scheme of the team.
Well, look. So Mike Vrabel was the defense coordinator out here, so there's some in Houston a couple seasons back. So there's some familiarity out there. So what I'm looking at is that they're going to use Hop to kind of work in that play action.
They also got Burks, like it's the young receiver Burks that they got. So it's like
it makes sense. It makes sense. You can have a guy that can help out a young quarterback, whether they choose to play Will Levis, the Mayo drinker, or they still want to ride with
bro.
Tannehill.
Pause. All that.
What, he drinks mayo in his coffee?
I know, but listen.
Yeah.
If someone was to walk by and they didn't know what he was talking about,
you're right.
And they would hear you say, "Hey, the Mayo drinker," they'd be like, "What are you talking about?"
Pause. All right, you know what? Pause. You're right. But yeah, with a guy that has surefire hands and stuff like that, yeah, he can come in and he can really, kind of, make some shit, make some shit happen. So, but honestly, man, nah, bro, go play for Contender, dog. Like, I would have been like this. Look, I would have took the $8 million, with.
Man, I don't know, Boogie. $13 million. After
But
seeing,
he's still getting paid too,
but I'm saying, but after seeing what, okay, so have y'all seen what happens to Joker's check? Did y'all check that out?
Mm-mm.
So someone posted, there's a guy on Twitter that posts his players' checks after taxes. After taxes?
Yeah, it's like 50%.
Bro, yes. Joker is supposed to make $49 million, and after taxes is 24.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like, I know in Texas,
Yeah, it's a little wish product.
But there's no income tax. But like, still, like, you go get your 13 if they're gonna pay you more. Like, Odell wanted to play for the Jets. He wanted to play. It's known. Aaron, I want to play for you, but they offered me $15 million over here, bro. Like,
changes, bro. Change things.
Everybody got a price.
Everybody got a price, though. Shout out to the $1 million man Ted DiBiase. But yeah, so with D Hop, look, where do you think he lands? That's really the bottom line.
I'm really thinking Tennessee's gonna be the place. I think everybody wants to, lean towards Houston. The Dallas chatter, I don't think Dallas is gonna go get him. Like, and honestly, I don't think Dallas needs him. That would be overloading in a place that you already have sufficient, talent at. You've got CD, you've got Cooks, which I think is the biggest addition, and Michael Gallup is healthy. So Dallas, no. the Jets was a pipe dream. You know what I'm saying? Like all these other teams are just like things that we'd like to see. Like Tennessee, when I heard that and saw that, I was like, that's actually realistic. You know, that's actually something that I can see like happening because not everybody gets to go try to form a dynamic, dynastic team. Like sometimes you have to go do what's best for you, and you know it could work out for you in the end. So like, and that division is bad. Like that division is bad. The Texans are young. They're hoping to do better young. You got the Jaguars who are supposed to take the division, but hell, nobody knows. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the Colts, rookie quarterback. Again, Texas, rookie quarterback. And then the Titans are sitting there like, we got a quarterback that knows how to win some games. We got a running back that totes that motherfucker. Like, we have a good rookie wide receiver we just drafted. Our defense is playoff ready, and we can add a guy that can catch, you know, he can catch everything. And our quarterback is known to throw everything, if you get what I'm saying. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I think that he's going to end up in Tennessee.
All right, well, we're gonna go ahead. We got to watch that and make sure we'll keep our eye on that and see where D Hop actually lands at. So we're gonna go ahead and get into our next segment, which is our Betstamp segment, our sponsors here. So we're gonna go ahead and cut to that real quick.
Hit the button, Chris.
Hey, this isn't the commercial segment. This is the.
Well, no, I'm talking about you going to bring up the stuff, right?
Yeah. You gotta bring this. Let's get the proper.
I feel like Shazam, whenever he was like, "I have family," and nobody came, and nobody came. Let me see.
Okay, gentlemen. So we had this better setup last week, but so I'll carry it a little bit this week while I'm here, and then you guys give me the information to look up. But we had an abysmal 1 for 4 or 1 for 3, I think it was, that brought our nice sparkling. I don't remember what the one was. Boogie, do you got the? I sent you over the results there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you sure did.
Oh, Boogie got his
UFC.
With Boogie
got the UFC one correct.
Thank you, Boogie.
Hey man, look.
Hold on, wait.
I'm always pick UFC, man. I think I've been pretty
Now you've been on point with the fights.
On the fights there.
All right, let's
Who
go.
did I pick last week? Because whoever lost for me last week, fuck them.
You and I had bad picks on Game 7. That was for sure.
Okay, so yeah, I found them. So yeah, it was the over on the Heat Celtics.
No. I'm talking about my pick though on the show.
We had a bad baseball pick.
Oh yeah,
that's me. That's me.
Who
was that?
And then we went 1 for 3 or 1 for 2 on the NBA.
Yeah, no, Chris. We didn't get a chance to say that last week, Chris. Never again.
Oh.
If you hit me up and say make it quick, never again. I believe that's what lost the Celtics the game because you hit me up like 5 minutes for the game started and was like, "Yo, Russ, make an ad for the Celtics."
So for Game 7, I called the over, and apparently in NBA history, in 1,864 Game 7s, the under is 1,864-0, and I'm like, I'll bet against that. So don't take my picks.
Well, it happens, Chris. Me and you are in the same boat. I always tell people do the exact opposite of what I tell you because the shit just go wrong when I pick a team.
All right. So
I
guess what we can do. Go to UFC.
We need a couple picks.
Yeah, go to UFC. Let me see what they got this weekend. All right, should have something this weekend.
Baseball again. I got him thinking I should give you a touch
Looks like we got a couple fights here.
All right, no.
Anybody you're looking for specifically?
I like to look at the main card. I think. Let me go look it up. I think it's
this is for Wednesday.
Oh no. Go. What's June 10th?
June 10th.
They got.
There we go. Saturday.
Yeah, let me go Saturday.
I got a lock for you. You let me know when you're ready.
All right, scroll down, see what they got. Because I think the main card is Amanda Nunes and Irene Aldana. I am not an idiot. I am going to. Yeah, it should be all the way at the bottom. Ooh, it's either. Oliveira. All right, so either I'm gonna take either Oliveira or Nunez. Nunez is gonna. I feel is gonna be the easy. The easy.
Give them their money, Boogie. We here to show them how to get some money, man.
All right, so we're gonna go with Nunez here. That's gonna be.
Should we take Olivieri too? Seeing how
don't listen to Chris. No, Chris. No.
I'd say
no, Boogie. Don't listen to Chris. We just got through saying how his picks dissolve everything into everything.
A mush.
I would say I was gonna pick either out of Oliveira. I was gonna pick Oliveira or Nunez out of either one of those fights. But Nunez is going to be the surefire win. I know you're not supposed to say that in fucking MMA, but goddamn it,
Chris, don't bring Boogie down there with us, man.
So
Let him live up there with the winners. We are
You're taking this minus 310, huh?
No, I'm telling you, like,
man.
That is the shoe in. We're going to win like what 30 cents or some shit.
30 gets you 10.
Look, that's what I'm saying. Like, look, we can bet the 10 on Oliveira, man. Oliveira has the most finishes on the ground. Like, he is a dangerous guy. Like,
I think you got to go with the plus money versus the negative money.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, Chris. Yeah, let's go with the plus here. Lock it in. Yeah.
Did you just change it from your original pick to what Chris told you to?
No. It was either or for me. Like, but the thing is that with this bet, we have a better chance to get money. Like, we have to bet 30 just to win 10.
I feel you.
Yep. All right, Ross, it's your turn to cook now. What are we looking for?
I'm just letting you know. Well, I told you, don't listen to me and Chris. And you sided with Chris. You ain't going to lose. And now for your next loser. See, this is the best thing about it because, hey, if you do the exact opposite of what I say, you're going to win. But no, I'm going to lock it in. I'm going to give y'all a guaranteed winner. This team is going to win.
What
tomorrow.
Sport?
It's baseball. Tomorrow.
Oh, boy.
Thursday. Actually, what am I in baseball? Am I 0 for 2? I think I've only done like 1 or 2 baseball things.
I think we did 1. Or you might be 1-1 because I think
I'm 1-1, and I'm 1-1 because the Yankees hate me, even though I love them. Fucking couldn't beat the Orioles like that. Like the Yankees not beating the Orioles after they've won, after they've been on like a hot streak is wild, and then they continue the hot streak right after the loss. So with this one, I got you. Shout out to Boogie. Shout out to my Houstonians. The team that I hate the most in Major League Baseball, not named the Boston Red Sox, is the Houston Astros. And I got you a guaranteed lock tomorrow against the Toronto Blue Jays. They will win that game, minus 1.5. Go ahead and get that, lock that in, get your money right. The Houston Astros do not lose petty games. They are serious about the game of baseball.
They gonna bang on the trash cans to get this one?
They might, but shit, it works. If they bang on the trash can, you're gonna bang on your buck. So shit, go ahead.
Are you taking the Astros minus the 1.5 or the Astros straight?
No. Minus Astros minus 1.5. They will cover the 1.5 ones. They're probably gonna win this game by about 2 runs, 3.
All right.
Jordan is the fucking man. Barry Bonds reincarnated. I hate your team, Boogie, but Alvarez is Barry Bonds like that mother. Anyways. You know what happens? They're talking baseball. So let me stop.
I'm heading to the land of the white boys for mine.
All right.
Hockey?
Yep.
Vegas all day.
Yeah, freaking. That's a sweep coming down the train station here. So get your money locked in on Vegas.
Yeah, good shit, Chris. Yeah, Vegas. They win the last game like 7-7 to like 2 or something.
Yeah. Oh, Florida ran out of steam. They went through the top seeds all to get to the finals, and just ran into one too many good teams. So as a Buffalo fan, fucking hurts, man. We trade away our number 1 center, Jack Eichel, because we had a disagreement on how he should handle his neck surgery. Immediately, the first full season he plays, he takes freaking Las Vegas to the Stanley Cup. And then on top of that, we traded our second center because he wanted to be paid appropriately to Florida, and he re-signed there. And we lost to Florida by an offsides penalty, so we lost to him by 1 goal to miss the playoffs by 1 point to the team that went and upset the Bruins and is now in the Stanley Cup Finals. So, like, do these finals have to end? Does one of these teams actually have to win the championship? Because
yeah,
it
Chris,
just sucks.
As a Star fan, the Vegas Knights completely kicked me in the balls. So I'm just sitting here like it's whatever.
Stars fans can't talk ever. None of y'all cared about hockey until you're in the freaking finals, and you already got handed a Stanley Cup.
Hey.
Oh, I'm sorry. Should I say you got kicked the Stanley Cup?
We are self-admitted Fairweather fans, but we are in Texas where football is. So whatever, do what you do.
Right,
football, and like hockey can say whatever it wants, but it's not gonna come before. We're not gonna follow before football, basketball, and baseball. Even this is Texas. Like this is the purest sports place in America. So hockey, you come fourth, but we love you. But I ain't got time for that shit. I do not have the time to follow everything in hockey, everything in football, college and pro, everything in basketball, college and pro, everything in baseball, mostly pro, until the College World Series. You know what I'm saying? So like,
so it's just a coincidence you don't pay attention to the white sport?
No, because we barely got snow here. That's the thing.
That's true. That's true.
That's the biggest thing.
Actually, Chris,
how convenient.
Actually, Chris, on this one, I have to say, nah, man, it's really not because it's the white sport. It's because the sport needs to do a better job of marketing itself. Because I could see myself watching a lot more hockey than baseball, but hockey's marketing is shit. Like you have to find that shit. Like even though they're on ESPN now, which has done great for them. You have to fucking find hockey, or you stumble across it.
The 2008 lockout, hockey never recovered from, as far as marketing goes, and as far as national audiences and primetime games and that was the death knell to them.
Yeah, they just need to not make it like it needs to be something that's put like the NFL. Really, I mean, we love football in Texas, but it's put in our face. The NBA, it's put in our face. All this stuff, baseball is even put in our face, and we know baseball. On the cool is boring, but if you like it, I like it. So yeah, it's boring, but I like that shit. I don't know, like sue me. You know what I'm saying? So hockey is just like, oh well, I guess hockey's on. I'll watch it, or you stumble on it. Like hockey needs to say, watch this shit.
Well, let me put a button on this segment here for you guys, and then transition into either or. This is our sushi bet segment. We took Vegas. We took who else do we take, guys? I already forgot our picks. Oliveira and
I'm gonna say Rockets with the Astros
and the Houston Cheaters. So once again, entertainment purposes only. We suck at betting, so take it all with a grain of salt. You might do better playing the opposite of what we do, but I wouldn't bet against Boogie in the MMA. That's your sports sushi bets, Betstamps. Join Betstamps at betstamps.app/sushi. I'm a terrible plug man.
All right. Remember,
Jesus Christ, that was like a slow car wreck. I just want to let everybody know, don't bet your last dollar. Make sure you don't bet on your favorite team unless you really feel that confident in them. And always
against them.
Betting is for fun. Yeah, you can't have fun, stop.
All right. So
1-800-GAMBLER if you have any problems. You know, I know what it is.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into our next segment. And if you already know what time it is, it's that good old either or.
Oh, wait, no, the way Chris does it. I'm sorry, we called you out last week and said, yeah, or the week before, yeah, you're doing it like it's windshield wiper.
Yeah.
Either.
Yeah, man. Just got to bounce with it. Got a little bounce.
All right, but anyways, so we got the either or for this week. This one's a good one. Everybody watching, I hope y'all get involved in this one. I tried to take it away from careers as a whole. We're going to bring this down to skills and abilities. Who has the best handles of all time? Kyrie or Jamal Crawford? Now, I will say this, guys. Let's look at this in the way that we should. This has nothing to do with careers. This has nothing to do with all the accolades. This has what to do with what you see with your eyes. And I'll say this, because even though I'll say my pick. Oh, it's hard. This is a hard one. I have Kyrie, but Jamal Crawford is the only one of these guys that has a move. Yeah. He has a move. An actual move that they put into 2K.
His nickname is J Crossover. How can you not pick the man that has the shit in his nickname? That's my pick. That was going to be my pick.
I can't. I'm going to sit there and say I disagree because Kyrie is the savant. Kyrie is like you know good and well, like every type of dribbling thing that you ever see. It's just beautiful. Like Jamal Crawford was like watching someone really good at dribbling. Kyrie is like watching someone play the violin. like watching someone play the piano. Like he really is an artist with that. When you watch him operate on a basketball court, you're just like, yo, like there's not very many things that are perfect, but Kyrie's handles are fucking perfect. Like they're just it's so lovely to watch. But I'll let you go. I'll let you. Yeah.
Well, no, that was the real reason is just that because I pick I look for the signs, bro. I don't look for just numbers. Find the intangibles. I find the space in between the air pockets of reality. What you think?
I like the way you was looking in the air. I was like, yes.
But no,
the way Jamal Crawford found the air pockets in the defense was able to dribble through them.
But yeah, that's the real reason why I was like when I seen the list, I said, all right, what I'm thinking. But no, but Jamal Crawford, he did it for a long time too. Like
Yeah, no, nasty. It's just
it's just. But no, I know exactly what you're talking about because whenever you were telling me, I had a visualization. Kyrie, like he said, he could finish the best around the rim with the best of them, like what Ghost just said. Kyrie's shit was really how they say poetry in motion.
Yes.
That's how you describe it.
If you now y'all gonna be like, this nigga's stupid. But if you ever go listen to what's that song? There are times that you need someone. What's the name of the song though? Anyway, that's Kyrie dribbling. That's Kyrie dribbling.
Water for chocolate, what is it? Or the light.
The light, yes. Yeah. That's Kyrie dribbling. Go watch Kyrie dribbling, listen to Light. And you'll be like, man. But no, you'll be like, he'll always be by my side. Like, show me the oh God. Like I didn't like Jamal Crawford, what was that perfect dribbler, like the best handles that we've ever seen. Those of y'all that want to tell me Allen Iverson, please stop. Please stop. He had one of the best moves and he perfected a crossover, but he has not anything on what Kyrie is doing and what Jamal Crawford does with the pill in their hand. That shit is ridiculous. It's like watching someone write in cursive with one of those felt tip pens, and you get to see the ink just drip onto the page and spread amongst the fibers of It is art. Oh my God. But yeah, that's Kyrie's my pick. You know what I'm saying? That shit is invigorating.
Chris, who you got? It doesn't matter.
It's like basketball. What? Yeah. Josh Allen's on the cover of Madden.
Joker.
But yeah, of course, along with commenting on it, I want all y'all to comment. Let us know who you think had the better handles out of either Kyrie Irving or Jamal Crawford. But also hit that bell, hit that subscribe. Go ahead and type as many comments as you want. You can spam us if you want. Get that algorithm jumping. You know what I'm talking about?
All right. So don't forget, like Russ said, hit that bell, like and subscribe.
And yes, Ghost, he is clutch.
Yes, he is clutch.
But I didn't want to say that, Ghost, because I want to take all that out of it and just he's got the handle. But he did bake Steph Curry on that shot.
All right, so it is finals time right now, and we are underway. Game 3 is going on right now, and I think the last update is very close.
I got it. Actually, I got it.
Yeah. So
I'm sports plug, bro. You know, Big 30 watching.
So what are you looking like?
It's the 74-62 third quarter, 3 minutes left. Denver's in the lead by 12. Looks like he looked like they got another push in him, but Denver is trying to take control. Just take control of the game and possibly the series. But it does look like one of those games that Miami can fool you. You know what I'm saying? They're down by 10, 12, but it's good game though. Good game. If you're not watching the game, turn on the station that it's on and watch it.
All right, so the like you said, the Heat are trailing, but last in game 2 they snatched, or however you want to you want to word snatch.
Got one. They got one.
Yeah, they got one. You wanted to say they snatched defeat from the a victory away from the jaws.
Oh, you mean Denver snatched defeat from the grip of victory?
Yeah, whatever.
The jaws of victory.
Yeah. That saying, or however you want to say where with Jamal
Miami snatched victory from the jaws of defeat.
Yeah,
and Denver lost. Yeah.
However you want to put it, whether you put it on the missed 3-point from Murray or what have you. But
can I say something though?
What's up?
Teams just lose.
They do.
I think that we get to this point. I wasn't one of the ones. I said Nuggets in 5. I may be wrong, but I said Nuggets in 5. But I think that people really get too bought up into like, oh man, no, this team won a game. They're just that much better than you. Like both teams are pros. Both teams can play, and I think a lot from the discussion of the Denver coach about effort and things of that nature. I think a lot of that comes into play. But if you really look at the Nuggets, I believe that was the first game that they've lost in the last like 13 games or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were like 13-1. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you have to pay attention to those things because nobody just wins every freaking game. You know what I'm saying? Like we expect to as fans and as players even. You go to win every game, but I really think that game was indicative of the fact that the Heat are a really good basketball team and that the Nuggets aren't perfect, but they are also a really good basketball team. So this is going to tell us a lot what happens in these next two games going in Miami back to Denver. But I do think Denver takes care of business in both games in Miami. But we're going to see. Miami's going to fight.
And so before this, the series, started, I actually, given, the consideration that, the Heat just came off a battle with Boston and the Nuggets were, pretty much well rested. I kind of, gave the Heat 2. I gave them 2 games. I was like, I still think, I still think that the Nuggets would come out on top. Just giving off the reasons that I've heard on the show. When we was talking to Sterling, and he was saying that the way that they're scoring now, you have Murray, then you have Jokic who's going to get his, regardless. Then if Murray's going, then you still have the surplus and the bonus that's coming off of the bench and the other players.
Yeah.
So
it's a lot. It's
a lot.
And like not even hating on the Heat. If the Heat can pull this off, then they're legendary. But it's honestly what makes you say, if everybody does their job, it's too much. We're literally sitting here saying to people, like, Joker can go for 40 and beat you, but he's lost when he goes for those amounts because he doesn't get his teammate. But that's just his greatness. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just that much, you know what I'm saying, against the Heat. I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to look and say the Heat, do your thing and play to the level of your competition. But I just think that watching this game, it's just watching the Nuggets. It's like, bro, it's a machine. Yeah. Every once in a while, you got to call a mechanic. Last game, they had to call a mechanic. It just so happened to be the second game in the finals. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's basketball, though. Like, you'll have games where you lose, and everybody else in the world is like, you shouldn't have lost, but they're not looking at the totality of all the other games you've played. Mm-hmm. We playing all these games. We played, what, 14, 15, 16 games? You know what I'm saying? Like we won 13 of them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just highlighted on the ones that they lose, but the Nuggets do have to take care of business. Because one more thing, because I know we're about to end. One more thing before we get to the last segment. I told you people, everybody out there, y'all asked me, what's Miami? Kevin Love. I said, Kevin Love gonna play more. Kevin Love gonna play more. Y'all looked at me and said, K-Love. Yes, because he is the one guy that knows how to play unathletically and white. Go to the next one.
All right, so please stay tuned. For the finals, we will keep covering that as long as it goes on. But we will get over to our next segment. Keep it with the theme of the finals. It is finals time, so we're going to go ahead and talk about our favorite NBA finals moments.
Hey yo, we need to check. Chris, check the algorithm and check whoever's spying us, because Fox Sports just asked, is the Madden curse still a thing 3 minutes ago? I believe in conspiracy theories, and I believe there's things in the air because a lot of the shit I say happens to pop up on ESPN every day, and now I see it on Fox Sports. So Chris, I know you got some back channels, man. You got to check that shit out. Because Siri's watching, she's in the clouds.
With Team Whitey and see what shakes out.
All right, so look,
me and Ghost. I mean, me and Boogie got you on the other side of the project. We'll ask around.
We'll cover.
I'm gonna ask Gunner. He gonna tell.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, look. So gotcha, bitch. So it's finals times, dog, man. So look, and these finals usually most of the time they're very memorable. They provide us with great sports highlights and great sports topics and talking points over the years. So let's get into some of my favorite final moments of all time.
Yes.
I'm gonna go. You want to go first?
No, you go first. I say you go.
Okay, so mine was mostly recent, and I've sat there and I've seen the finals with Jordan. Over the years, the ones with the Lakers and Kobe and Shaq. But to me, the one that really was exciting to watch was LeBron, and it was
3-1.
the 3-1, but
Yeah,
but
that
not that one. It was the block, the chase down
bro,
block.
that shit was crazy.
The chase down block to me, it was like I'm sitting
top
there.
3 finals moment ever.
Yeah, because I sat there and the whole shift of the game was very pivotal to that, and it was just like if a play was to define where you can suck out the energy of the other team,
Bro, thank
and
you.
a
Thank
deflating
you.
play, that is what I
Like
would
that-
like put in the encyclopedia and show people.
That play showed, like, how when you play sports or you're on any type of team activity and you're like the momentum shift and like what one play can do to affect your team, like that is the one of all time in the NBA that makes you say, holy shit, because if you remember, Kyrie still had to hit the shot after that, right?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like that block gets the whole team like, we gonna do this. Like that makes the whole team like, we gonna do it. Like, and I think that is the most underrated thing in sports is how people seem to look at like in football, dude come across the middle and you crack his ass. People like they underestimate what that does to the entire offense too. The offense, I'm trucking nigga now. I'm mossing somebody. Like I got to do something because man, Ray just cracked his skull and screamed at him.
Yep.
And so I think when LeBron blocked that shot, like that was one of the most like historic events in sport, but most definitely that wasn't mine. But I'm glad you picked that one, so I don't have to pick it.
Yeah.
But mine, of course, is gonna come from the D. Of course, favorite moment in finals history is I think it was the first game in Miami. Dallas was it was a series title. I think it was series was tied, but it was the first game in 2011. I believe it was the first game in Miami. Came down to the wire, and Dirk had the ball, and he had Bosh on him, and it was like 4 seconds left. And I remember me and my dad were watching that game, and I remember it was like my dad was like, "Yo, Dirk about to hit his ass with that left hand layup. He's been doing that shit to him at SMU in the summer for like 10 years." And we're watching the game, and Dirk, if you go look it up, game winner against Miami, Dirk Nowitzki in the finals 2011, took his ass to the hole, left hand layup, boom. But that whole that was like the culmination of like, even though we had another game to win, like watching Dirk do that, like he swept Kobe, got to the finals. I mean, he swept Kobe. He beats the young high flying Thunder. Then he gets here. You put him in a clutch situation against LeBron and D Wade. No sweat, no nothing. He like gets the ball against Bosh and it's like barbecue chicken. Lays it up. We win. Move forward. You know what I'm saying? The Mavericks go do their thing. KD's back-to-back 3 shots was dope. I kind of tend to like. I'm sorry, that team was so dominant, but I don't want to take away from it. But that was a great moment. I think that the Ginobili yelling in 2005 against Detroit when he was hitting Euros and everybody, that was a great moment. The Ginobili Euros. What's another one before we close out? There's a couple that we can go through. I forgot Boogie, the Ray Allen 3.
Oh yeah.
The Ray Allen 3 is top 5 all time.
Yeah.
That culminated everything. That one play shows you why you play on a team. That one play with the Ray Allen 3 against the Spurs shows you why you play on a team, why you trust a team, and why you love a team. Before we close out, let's diagram it. The ball goes up by your star, who you want to shoot it because it's LeBron James. So you want him to get that shot off. He gets his shot off. It bounces off. Instead of saying, fuck, we lose, your other star, Chris Bosh, says, no, I'm going to go straight hustle player, rebounds it, and kicks it out to who else? But the old guy you got just to hit some threes. And what did he do?
Hit the three.
Bang! And then words of Mike Green. Bang!
Crushed San Antonio's little heart.
Bro. And of course, those of us that live in San Antonio hate the Spurs. We love that the most. Paul Pierce shitting his pants. That was also a great one. Messi's trying to go back on his word. We saw the brown spot. You shit yourself. Yeah. That was a great NBA Finals moment. Everything that Kobe ever did in the finals. Out of everybody that we've ever seen in my life, I believe Kobe took that shit more serious than everybody. I think Kobe gave us the best entertainment in the finals that we could ever ask for. Besides LeBron, but that's just because he fucking goes every year.
Yeah.
Like we could honestly have filled this list with LeBron moments in the finals, but
yes. But this.
Oh, sorry, I got one more. I know, Chris. Like Russ, we got to end. One more. If y'all remember the first game, KG's first final game, the first thing he did was tip dunk on Pau Gasol. That shit had me on 10. That shit had me. Yeah, Ori shot against the Pistons was live, but I'm talking about that Celtics game 1, Celtics, Lakers. Everybody like KG finally made it. What you gonna do? And the first thing out the block, I think Paul Pierce missed like a midi. This nigga, hey, KG came up first time he touched it was a tip dunk, bang over Pau Gasol's head, and we knew at that point the Celtics was gonna win that bitch. It was over. It was over. We knew KG came to play, and it was done. If you give me more time, I'll think of some more, but that's all I got right now.
Well, we're just gonna go ahead. We're gonna wrap it up here and end it. So. That is the show today. We're going to go ahead. We're going to end it here. Appreciate y'all for tuning in with us. I think we're going to go ahead and give us our closing announcements from our sponsor, and then we'll come back for the closing.
I just want to say thank you again to our sponsor, Betstamp. Betstamp allows you to easily line shop for the most profitable odds across all sports books. You can click on any matchup and instantly see all the different odds for game lines, player props, and even future bets. Line shopping is the easiest and simplest way to find an edge in sports betting and to maximize your chances of winning long term. On average, Betstamp users win an extra $1,000 and over yearly just by line shopping. If you haven't already done so, install Betstamp using promo code SUSHI, that's us, and start line shopping your way to a competitive advantage today. Again, thank you to our sponsor, Betstamp. I just want to say thank you again to our sponsor, Betstamp.
All right, man. So appreciate y'all for tuning in with us again. Shout out to the good people at Betstamp. Shout out for your business. But if you want to follow us, you can follow us at our social media. It is Sports Sushi, all one word, for Twitter. Sports_Sushi on Instagram. If you want to follow us individually, you can find me at DJ Slow Boogie. That's all one word. With the I and E, not a Y. Snapchat, SoundCloud, Instagram, Twitter, all that. You can just find me there if you input there. You can find Sterling at Sterling Furlow at on Instagram and Twitter. I think it's Big Stir Huncho on
Sterlo Huncho.
Sterlo Huncho on
Huncho.
TikTok.
On
TikTok, yes. And what can they find? Yeah, Russ.
You already know me. It's the dude that got LeBron with the shag on the back of his head. It's Big 30. It's Big 30 the Truth. Big 30 THA Truth. On Instagram, you can also find me at the same name. On Twitter, where I talk the most of my shit. You know what I'm saying? Find me. I'm on TikTok under all the names. Again, before we wrap it up, you already know I got to give y'all some words of wisdom from the guy Big 30. Fuck groupthink. Think for yourself. Love yourself. Do for yourself. And go be great.
Peace.